Welcome. With Infosys Technologies all set to launch their results tomorrow, companies have really kicked into Q1 results season. What are the brokerages saying? How optimistic are they? With me today to discuss Q1, a preview of the Q1 results is Sukumar Ranganathan, editor of Mint. So Sukumar, give us an idea. What are the brokerages saying?
The brokerages are saying the worst is over. But what they're also saying is the quarter ended June will also see most companies showing a decline in profits. This is a decline that will be happening for the second successive quarter because the quarter ended March saw them again showing a decline in profits. It clearly means that things have been bad for some time because if you look at most of last year, companies were showing a slowdown in profit growth, which means profits were still growing, but the rate at which they were growing was slower than it had grown in previous years. Then that slowed down into an actual decline in profits in the first half of this year, the first 6 months of this year, calendar year. So clearly, the brokerages are saying we've touched the bottom now. And what they're saying is things will now get better. But they're not saying that they will immediately get better. What they're saying is they'll get better only next year.
And what do they think will be factors which will improve things? What will make things better?
One reason why I think all the brokerages were a little more optimistic about what would happen was the monsoons were yet to come when they made their previous set of forecasts a couple of months back. And the budget was yet to be announced. But now that the budget has been announced, and the market hasn't viewed the budget kindly, we know that. The market was expecting a lot of things from the budget that I think it didn't see. And the monsoons have been delayed. In many cases, the June monsoon was deficient, and the July monsoon so far has also been fairly deficient in many parts of the country. So the brokerages are clearly saying that whatever sharpness we were seeing in the recovery before this is not going to be there. So it's going to take that much more time. So it's factors like these, global factors, what's happening in the rest of the world, and the fundamentals of companies, which will come back into play now.
Now, from an individual investor perspective, what is the takeaway? Is Q1 indicative of what's going to come forward? What's the optimism or pessimism within the market?
The market is already fairly pessimistic. If you look at the trends that the market has set since the budget, it hasn't really been optimistic. And I think a lot of people are indulging in what's called profit making, which is they're just booking profits. They believe that the stock market has reached a level that it will not see again for some period of time. And I think that's fairly true. Because in many sectors, what the analysts are saying and what the brokerages are saying in their reports is that the stock prices of companies are far ahead of their fundamentals. So clearly that means that there is a correction coming.
Okay, and do you see a return to fundamentals coming to the forefront of stock pricing now?
Maybe for some time, but you know how this works. Companies are valued on the basis of their fundamentals only when things are bad. When things are good, all logic goes out of the window.
Thank you, Sukumar. So yes, the worst could be behind us, but for optimism, we probably have to wait till 2011. Thank you so much.